Hello friends, welcome to the channel. So this is the very first class on engineering mathematics. Before we get into the syllabus, let's refresh our plus 1 plus 2 basics. Okay, that is mainly from three areas, from trigonometry, from differential calculus and from integral calculus. Okay, so I hope within 2 to 3 classes we can cover up this plus 1 plus 2 basics, then we will get into the syllabus. Okay, so firstly, trigonometry. Everyone knows that it is the study of mathematics which relates the relationship between sides and angles of a triangle is discussed in this branch. Okay, so to begin with, see the table. This table is very familiar to you from your lower classes itself. You are seeing this table, right? So this is the table relating the angle and trigonometric ratios. See, I have written only sine and cos here. 4 more are there like tan, cot, cosec and sec. Anyway, I have written sine and cos only because those are the basic. Once you find the value for sine and cos for different angles, you will definitely get the ratios for the other, you will get the other ratios also, okay. So here you can see the angles I made started from 0 and 30, 45, 60, 90, 180. So these many angles I have written the sine and cos values, isn't it? Sine 0 is equal to 0, sine 30 equal to half, sine 45 1 by root 2, that is how you read sine 180 equal to 0, etc. So I am asking you, what is sine 1080? Okay, what is this value? Or I am asking you, what is sine 55 pi? Okay, so for higher angles, we don't know how to immediately calculate the value for sine. Of course, calculator will help for you, but still you have to know something for your own, right? So that is why here we are going to take sine and cos for higher angles, okay? And here see angles I have written in both radians mode and degree mode, okay? Hope you know what it is. Angles units mainly radians and degree, that is radian when multiplied with 180 by pi we get degree, okay. Example I will tell you, pi by 3 into 180 by pi. So 180 by 3 it is 60 degree. So here you can see 60 degree is related to pi by 3 radians, okay. So that is the relation between degree and radian. And so let us get into the topic, I mean how to take sine and cos values for higher angles, okay. Initially I need to draw quadrants, okay, which means drawing two lines, one horizontally, another vertically, so that you get 4 quadrants, quadrant number 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And when you mark your angles, we have to start from here, 0, adding pi by 2 and we are moving in anti-clockwise direction. 0 plus pi by 2 and pi by 2 plus pi by 2, another pi plus pi by 2, it is 3 pi by 2 plus another pi by 2, it becomes 4 pi by 2 which is 2 pi plus another pi by 2, we get 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2 means 3 pi, 7 pi by 2, 8 pi by 2 means 4 pi. Let us go one more round. Here it is 9 pi by 2, 10 pi by 2 is 5 pi, here it is 11 pi by 2, enough. Okay, now you can see 4 series coming over here, right? Here it is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, so definitely we can guess next would be 6 pi. So I can generalize it as even pi, okay? 2, 4, 6, everything is even, so it is even pi. Please make an exception for the 0, okay? 0 is not an even number or odd number. So this is even pi, and what about this series? You get here is odd pi. And what about the upper and lower series? Here it is 1 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, everything is odd. Here also 3, 7, 11 is everything is odd. So we have to write and find out what is the relation between these three numbers, and goes on like this. So it is a difference of 4 coming here, 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. So next will be 9 plus 4, 13 it would be. Definitely this is an arithmetic progression, isn't it? So this is an AP and nth term of an AP. We need to generalize the series. That is the aim for us. Okay. So nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. That is 1 plus n minus 1 into D is 4. Isn't it? Common difference is 4. Now n is the position. Okay. So this is 1 plus 4n minus 4, which is 4n minus 3. So this is your nth term. 4n minus 3. So writing over here, I can write it as 4n minus 3 into pi by 2. Okay. And similarly for the lower series, you can see 3, 7 and 11. So 3 plus, I will write the series here. Definitely that is also going to be another AP. Okay. That is 3, 7, 11. Next definitely will be 11 plus 4, 15. 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 4, 15. Okay, this is another AP and we have to generalize it too. So, Tn is equal to 3 plus n minus 1 into 4, which is 3 plus 4n minus 4, which is 4n minus 1 is your general term in this series. Okay, so I can generalize this as 4n minus 1 pi by 2. Okay, so that's it. So we have drawn the quadrant and also we just wrote the angles also, took the generalized term also. Okay, now we are moving into the details. Okay, starting with, let me say you some trick. Okay, this blue line is for cos, or blue line is owned by cos. It is a cos property. And this red line is owned by sine. Okay, owning means whichever angles is coming under blue line belongs to cos, or cos will have a positive 1 value or a negative 1 value for the angles taken from the blue line. Okay, which means see, cos 0 and cos 2 pi and cos 4 pi, etc. These 0 and 2 pi, everything comes under the right side of the blue line. So let me write that as cos 0 and cos 2 pi, everything will be positive 1. Okay, and similarly for the left side angles, which are cos 1 pi, cos 3 pi, cos 5 pi and all, it is coming under the left side, isn't it? So every value for all angles there, when cos is taken for those angles, we get a negative 1. Okay, so that is the rule. Whichever angles is coming under blue line, cos has a positive 1 or negative 1 value. But cos will not have value. I mean, cos will have a 0 value for the angles taken from the red line, which means these lines, these angles come under red line, isn't it? So cos pi by 2 or cos 3 pi by 2 from the lower side, any angle you take from the red line, cos will have value as 0. Okay, so let us generalize this as, I will write it here, cos even pi. Even pi means angles coming under the right side. Cos even pi is positive 1, and cos odd pi, which means angle coming under left side, is negative 1. And finally cos, how to generalize this? These angles, everything are odd number into pi by 2, isn't it? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, etc. are odd numbers. So cos odd pi by 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the conclusion made from cos side. Let me stick in the next page. So the end of the session, we can just analyze it. Okay, so that's all with cos. So I hope you can now get the value for cos taken for any bigger number. Like what will be cos 1000 pi? Definitely 1000 is an even number. So it is like cos even pi, the value will be 1. Okay. Similarly cos 5001 pi will be, this is an odd number, so value will be negative 1. and cos any pi by 2, specifically odd pi by 2, okay, odd pi by 2, that is 991 pi by 2, everything will be 0. Then let me be much more tricky. What is 990 pi by 2? So never jump into the answer suddenly. Why? Because 990 is divided by 2, is divisible by 2, right? 990 can be, because 990 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. So this is coming like cos 495 pi, isn't it? So this is an odd pi, cos odd pi is -1. Okay, so that's it. Now let us see what is the sine values for higher angles, okay. That is, here also the same story is coming, okay. Like whichever angles is coming under red line, sine have a positive 1 value or a negative 1 value, okay. And here in this case, upper angles will have positive 1 value, like sine 1 pi by 2 is equal, and sine 5 pi by 2 and sine 9 pi by 2, everything, even more, everything, this 1 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, everything is in the upper side. So sine for that area, it is positive 1, okay. And for the lower side angles, sine 3 pi by 2, sine 7 pi by 2, etc. will have negative 1 value, okay. So we can generalize like sine upper angles means generalized term is 4n minus 3 pi by 2, we will have a positive 1 value, and lower side 4n minus 1 pi by 2 will be a negative 1 value. So what about the other angles? When sine is taken for the other angles which lie in the blue line, which are they? Sine 0 or sine 2 pi or sine 3 pi, any angles which lie in this blue line, sine will have a 0 value there. So any angles means here both even and odd are coming, right? So I can write it as sine any pi means n pi is equal to 0, okay, 0 there, okay. So let me cut and paste these two also, because these are the conclusion side, we will have this. Okay, now let me give some problems for you, okay. What is sine 50 pi? Sine any pi is 0, so sine 50 pi is 0, good. So what is sine 440 pi? This is also 0 because sine any pi is 0. What about sine 100 pi by 2? Here also 100 is an even number, can be cut short with by 2. So it becomes sine 50 pi, again it is going to be 0 only. What about sine 101 pi by 2? Sine 101 pi by 2, here you have to find out where this 101 is coming, in the upper series or lower series. How to check it? So 101 can be a number from the upper series, which means 4n minus 3 is the general term in the upper series. So let us equate 4n minus 3, the general term, with 101, so that we can check if we are getting a proper value for n, then 101 lies in the upper series. Let us check. 4n is equal to 101 plus 3, it is 104. N is equal to 104 by 4, it is going to get solved only. N will be an integer value because last two terms is divisible by 4. So this is 2 before 26, isn't it? Which means in the 26th position, 101 number is coming. The number 101 is coming in the 26th position of the upper series. So definitely 101 pi by 2 is lying in the upper angle, upper side. So sine 101 pi by 2 will be positive 1. So let us check another example. Let us find what is sine 83 pi by 2. So here you have to find whether where this 83 belongs, which means in the upper category or lower category. So let us take 83 and equate it with 4n minus 3. 83 equal to 4n minus 3. Now 83 plus 3, it is 86 equal to 4n. 86 by 4 equal to n. This is not divisible, right? This is 2 and 43. 43 by 2. See, here n value is a fraction. So, position cannot have a fraction value, isn't it? A position must be always an integer value. So, we can definitely tell that 83 does not belong to this category. 83 is lying in the lower angle section. So, definitely sin 83 pi by 2 is equal to -1. We can recheck with substituting this 83 for the general term in the lower category, that is 4n minus 1 equal to 83, 4n is equal to 84, n is equal to 84 by 4, which is 21. See, in the 21st position in the lower series, the number 83 is coming. So, 83 is definitely lying in the lower section. So, sign taken for lower angles is -1. Okay, that is how we take the sine and cos ratios for higher angles. This is the conclusion we have made in this session. See, again you can notice here that we have only discussed with the angles which are multiples of 90 degree. We have not dealt with problems like sine 200 pi by 3 and all. See, 200 pi by 3, this is not a multiple of 90 degree and we cannot use any of these equations to solve this. Right. So, this kind of problems will be dealt in the next session. So, hope it's clear for now. And if you got any doubts, please do comment below. If you like the session, please like, share and subscribe. So, till we meet in the next class, this is Minu signing off. Thank you and take care.
Hi friends, this is Minu. Now that the video is over, please stay with me a few more seconds. The purpose of this channel is to provide you lectures on the basic engineering subjects like engineering mathematics, mechanics, graphics and electrical. These 4 belong to the first year engineering degree for every university. Almost every universities follow the same pattern. The importance of these 4 from the others are, these are the 4 which require much more numerical and graphical explanations. Also, in this channel, we will be discussing the previous year question papers of some universities, especially KTU. So, please stay tuned for the videos. If you like it and found worthy, please do like, subscribe and share it with your friends whomever it is needed.